Really proud of our coaches and players, really, offensively, defensively, kicking game. We've been in some wars with Kansas State, and I was fully expecting this one to be the same, especially how the game started and just back and forth. And, looked like it was going to be pretty low scoring, and just for us to be able to play like that on all three sides is very, I'm very happy with, obviously. Kansas State they don't lose like that. It's hard to beat those guys like that, so really proud of our team. Take some questions.
Dana, just the keeping with the track, even though you guys missed some opportunities early and not getting frustrated, is that a sign of just a mature team, or how is it?
Well, we were moving the ball. What do we have, 4 turnovers or something? I don't know. But my stance on turnovers is, where do you have turnovers and what do you do with them? And this is 2 years in a row we've turned the ball over against these guys, and our defense has stepped up and not let them score. So, we turned it over twice in the first 2 possessions, but field position-wise, it didn't hurt us. I mean, one's on the 2 and one's on, like, the 20. So, at the end of the day, it's just like punting, So, we talk all about that a lot. I mean, turn the ball over, that's one thing, but what happens when you turn it over? And I think our mindset as a team right now, and this means we got a chance to be a good team, is play together and feed off of each other when it comes to that. We got to clean some things up when it comes to the turnovers, and we finally got one on defense. I see that too, but that 4th down stop's just like a turnover, right? And we capitalized on that offensively. So, that's proud that we played together as a team, and we'll keep working on that.
And it's fair to say that the game may have been won when they had second and 1 and went 3 times for it and didn't make it.
I don't remember when was that.
It was second quarter.
Second quarter.
They were in the middle of the field. They were. I don't know.
Was that when it was at the 4th down stop?
Yeah. They also had a second and 1.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff runs together. I mean, that was a key point. Was it 7-0 at that time?
Yeah.
7-0. We stopped them on 4th down. We scored. Then we stopped them, and then we 2-minute drive down and scored again. I'm sure y'all were questioning the time on the clock, but finished that half pretty good. But then came out and continued playing well in the 3rd quarter. We didn't do that last year. We had 28 points and scored right before half, and went out there in the second half and didn't do anything on offense. So that was talked about in the locker room. We went out there and we put 2 touchdowns on in the 3rd quarter, which was good to see.
On that play, were you prepared to say, okay, if the clock runs out, that's fine, that's our best play here, or were you thinking you'd
No,
1 second?
I'd like to think that we know how long it takes to execute a play. So, is either going to be caught for a touchdown or incomplete, and, probably going to be 1 second on the clock. I felt better when that thing went to 6. 5 is kind of, I wanted to take a chance. I mean, it's hard to get down there, and I obviously felt good about Will and David because they just do that so much. The percentages were in our favor, and it worked out.
What do you do against him when he got the slant on a 1-yard touchdown pass? Seems like nobody can guard that, and you got the fade. I mean, if you're playing cornerback,
you got to put more people out there. And when they put more people out there, we run the ball. I mean, their philosophy on defense, they put 5 D linemen in there, and they got everybody in the box. I mean, we had packages with 2 tight ends and a fullback, but we had a package where we didn't even have a receiver out there, but that doesn't make any sense when we have David Sills. He's really hard to cover in the red zone. So you got to put more people out there, which is going to open up the run game. Because those guys are so good at it. I mean, it's fade routes on the goal line are low percentage in general, but when you have those guys, it's pretty high percentage. So we'll keep rolling with it.
Dana, how did you feel about the performance of the defense today? You hold them to 6 points.
Yeah.
It seemed like you guys were able to get them off the field on 3rd down.
Yeah, pretty good. I thought we played pretty good against them last year defensively. and this was a better performance. You know, we've done pretty good against these guys defensively. This was the best performance yet. You know, third downs, 3 of 14. You know, so played well. You know, really like where we're at defensively.
Might be hard to say before you see the tape, but which of your units do you think you've learned the most about today?
Well, it's only game 3, and we haven't played in 2 weeks. So we needed to get out there and play. You know, there's going to be things on all 3 sides that we learn. You know, it's still relatively early in the season. We're a veteran team, and, you know, we have great continuity with coaches. But I think we're still trying to figure out who we are.
Why do you think defensively you're just consistently disruptive? It seems like in 3 games. It seems like you guys are fast and a number of people get to the action.
Yeah, not playing a ton of snaps, not getting tired helps. When you have D linemen that can rotate, you have corners that can rotate. And then the plays are down because you're getting off the field on third down. It keeps them fresh. So, you know, when our guys are fresh and they're fast, they're going to be disruptive. We haven't had that situation since I've been here. I got you. Hang on one second. We haven't had that situation since I've been here. But we have D linemen that we can roll with right now, which has made us better.
Sorry for interrupting.
That's no problem.
You guys had the ESPN Game Day thing on Will today, and obviously there's been the Heisman campaign and everything like that. Was there ever a doubt or a question in your mind, like, I don't want to overload this kid, or was he always someone who could handle that?
Yeah, I'm not worried about overloading him. He's mature. He's grounded. He's comfortable with where he's at. He puts high expectations on himself. So us adding to it doesn't affect him one bit. You know, he's grown up in a football office, coach's kid, said it 100 times. You know, he knows how to handle this. He's a professional that's in college. I mean, he just understands how to do it because he's played a lot. He's played so much football. It's why Baker Mayfield's having success at Cleveland. What his performance was the other night did not surprise me because he played 4 years at a big-time high school in Texas, and then he played 5 years in the Big 12, and he played a lot of snaps. That's where I think Will's at from a snap perspective and a maturity. I'm not comparing him to him. I'm just the fact that he's old and he's mature and he's playing a lot. Things are slow and it's making sense to him. But I haven't been worried about overloading him. He can handle anything that we're putting on him.
What would be the best way to describe your defensive unit? Sum it up.
I mean, I got a couple of things that I'm not going to share with you. You know, I'll be positive. You know, they're a fun group to coach. You know, Gibby's got a headache right now, but they're a fun group to coach. They're fast. They're disruptive. You know, probably reckless at times, but we have confidence on that side, and we got experience and we got leadership, and it's fun to watch.
Before the season, a lot was made about the depth and the experience of the defensive line, and now it seems like through coaching and recruiting, that might be one of the best unit or the best unit on the defense. Can you talk a bit about the recruiting and the coaching that took it from really questionable to looking like a strong unit? Yeah, we weren't very good on the D-line last year. You know, we had young kids, inexperienced guys, selfish guys. You know, this year it's different. You remove some guys and you add some guys, it can change the whole outlook of the entire unit real quick. You know, and Kenny Bigelow is one of the most positive guys that I've been around. He's got no reason to be positive, but he is, and he likes it here, and he's having fun, and he likes his teammates, and he likes his coaches, and he likes the school. You know, and so he's playing his tail off. Jabril's the same way. You know, Jabril he's fun to be around. They play hard. You know, having the Stills brothers as guys that are, you know, Mountaineers at heart and grew up loving this place and would do anything that they can just to help it. Reese is the same way. You know, Zeke is a pleasure to be around, a great leader. The whole dynamic of the room is different, and it's made our defense better.
Dana,
Danny, your special teams, you just had your longest punt return in 4 years, so.
Are you a
getting
big
close
punt
there.
return yardage guy? I'm not. I'm a net punt guy. So when we have opportunities to fair catch it, then we'll fair catch it. You know, if they shank it, then shame on them. It's net punt. The one punt return was pretty good because he realistically outkicked his coverage. You know, so what's good with the 60-yard punt if you can catch it and you run 20 yards without anybody being there? So I've never paid attention to punt return yardage. It's nice to have a special guy like Tavon that can make 10 guys miss and go score. You know, TCU's got one of those guys that can do that. Marcus is doing a great job of fielding it, and it's all about net punt.
Danny, your slot guy is getting vertical. Seems like it's more common this year than maybe years past, even this last year too. How much, I guess how much of an emphasis or how much of a difference is that?
I just finding different ways to target David and Gary, I think, is probably a smart thing. You know, we've always had vertical stuff and seam routes and all that good stuff. We've always had that. We're better at executing it. How many times have you heard me say that we're just not very good at being a drop back passing team? We went through a phase where we weren't very good at it. I think we're probably pretty good at it right now.
Marcel, is this the best job you feel like you've done against K-State, against their return teams by far?
Oh, okay. Yeah, this game's hard, and these guys are extremely well coached. Sean Snyder does a great job with those units. They're always a pain in the tail. We've lost games because of that phase, and you know our kickoff team is performing really well. Evan's placing the ball well, and we're getting down the field and we're covering people. You know, we were number one in the Big 12 prior to today, and I think we pinned them inside the 20 like 3 times. So happy with that phase right now. Billy didn't have the best day. He only punted twice, but, you know, got under that pooch, and then the second one he kind of overthought it a little bit. But feel good about that team as well.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.